These experiments brought to you by Chevron, working to improve the quality of life in Kern County by supporting educational opportunities for local students.
So every Monday we bring in science and STEM educators and enthusiasts to share some ideas for experiments and demonstrations you can do at home using things you likely have just laying around the house. Joining us in studio today we have Justin Jansen, a STEM program specialist with the Kern County Superintendent of Schools. My kids are counting down the days until school is over, but they love science, and so I like keeping it going over the summer.
Yes, exactly. I was actually just in on Sunrise on Friday talking about that because, like it or not, almost every school is 1 to 3 weeks away from summer at this point. Yes, there are some schools, this is their last week, and then a few more go in a couple weeks. So what can we do to continue the learning and fun in the summertime? Because again, we want that break, but we want to keep the mind active.
Yes.
So thinking about this, I started thinking, okay, summertime, summer vacations. What's one thing that people love to do is ziplining.
Yes.
Okay? And you're ziplining, having fun, but we don't realize there's physics behind the ziplining. Things are happening. The reason why you're going down and the reason why you're hopefully stopping is because of physics. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a zip line for our house. Okay? So it's very easy. All you need is a little fishing wire, yarn, cotton thread, anything works like that. We want something, one thing about ziplining, we want something that does not have much friction. Friction slows us down, okay? Good to slow down, but we also want to go fast in there. Okay, so we also have a clothespin, and what you're going to do is thread the line through the clothespin. There's little steel coils. And then at the very end, this is also an engineering challenge because, again, we want to stop our zip liner and we need something to stop. And here we have just a little pipe cleaner that's rolled around a pencil, and hopefully it's going to add a spring to help us, okay? Now the last thing we're missing is we need our zip liner. So have you ever been zip lining before?
I have, actually, in Ventura as a kid. I don't know if any of you remember this. I believe they've taken it down. There's a pirate ship on one of the beaches there, and you take a little zip line and then you fly off the end when you hit the rubber stopper.
So you've done it before. Okay, so
I've done that small amount, yes.
Good, because we needed an experienced zip liner. So if you wouldn't mind looking at our zip liner there.
You put my face on this.
And it's in there. We have the larger one for you.
You're so funny.
And
thank you, Photoshop.
We need our zip liner, so you're going to be...
Does it matter which way?
You want the marker side out, because here's the science part of it, the experiment. You're going to hold this line. If we were at home, we could pull that out. We want to make sure you're stopping with good force, but not too much. So if the marker hit our backdrop, it means we need to slow you down. Okay, so we don't need to do it here, but just in case. Now, here's the science behind it. Let's get our zip line. We want a little bit of tension. We want some tautness here. And what you're going to see, if you're at the very end there, are we going anywhere?
Not going anywhere.
No, because we're not activating our other scientific principle. We also need gravity to help us. So I'm going to add gravity by making it down, making it taut, and here you go.
Oh,
and you've zip-lined and you've stopped, and everything's good. Now, you're not the only one that goes zip-lining. We have the Sunrise Adventures, Kevin. Well, we're going to put him on an adventure. So we have a zip line across the studio. Hopefully, and Kevin's there. I was hoping he was in studio, but he's there and he needs to go to the weather center. So, Kevin, here we go. Are you ready? Hopefully you have your helmet on. And here you go.
All the way down.
And there he is at the weather. Sorry, Kevin, you're bouncing around a little bit.
So funny. So this, again, teaches you that you need it to be taut, you need it to be higher, more gravity, more force.
And there's math in there, too. We're looking at slope. And we know the rise over distance creates your slope, and they can play around with that, understand goes faster, slower. These are things, it's fun, but these are things engineers actually have to think about, because if you're heading too far down a zip line, that can be major injuries.
It can indeed.
Science can be fun. Kevin had a great time zip lining. Thank you very much.
This is very entertaining. Thank you, my friend Justin Jansen with the KCSOS. Again, just using things you have around the house to keep that learning going all summer.